Welcome back to the 41st Ryder Cup. Pleased to be joined by Ryan Moore, the newest member of the U.S. Ryder Cup team. Ryan, it's been a little bit of a crazy 36 hours or so, 48 hours. Maybe you could tell us about the moment you found out when you got your phone call from Captain Love on Sunday. Where were you, and paint a little bit of a picture for us.
All right, so I had gotten done with the tournament. I really wasn't lying to you guys. He really hadn't told me yet. I promise. I was rifling through my text messages, just making sure I hadn't missed a phone call. But it was about 45 minutes after. I was in the parking lot, kind of loading everything up. I actually missed his call. I was like, whoops. I meant to be paying closer attention. But I called him right back. And honestly, I could tell right away it was a positive conversation. It wasn't, so, need to talk to you. It was like hey, Ryan, you want to go to, Minnesota next week? Kind of conversation. So it was, obviously I was ecstatic. Until I got the phone call, I still really didn't know. I didn't know where they were at. But at that point, I knew I had done everything I really could in my power, besides winning the golf tournament, to show them that where my game's at, and that I could be an asset to the team. So, but yeah, it was an amazing phone call to get. And it's been a crazy 48 hours ever since then, really.
So now that you're on site, you meet your team. How's the integration process going, and with your fellow players and such?
It's been great. I've been having a blast. I know a lot of the guys pretty well on the team. I've played with all these guys a lot over the years. I've been on tour for 12 years, so. But it's been fun, to actually get to hang out off the golf course a little bit and kind of get to know everybody a little bit, and the captains, and sit around, hear some of their stories from past Ryder Cups and that kind of stuff. It's been great, and I'm sure there's going to be more and more of that through the week. But I've had a blast so far. So just looking forward to the rest of it.
Perfect. All right, let's start over here on the far right. Number one, please.
Ryan, can you take us through the timeline of when you got that phone call from Davis until almost this point? Have you been fitted for close? Do you have to tell him who you like as a partner? How far have you gotten with the whole process of
this? I've had to go through it. I had the conversations about who I might want to play with, or where they were leaning towards, what they might like to see. But yeah, it's, from the time I got that call, I went all the way back home to Vegas that night, slept for a few hours, got right back on a plane the next morning, head straight back out here, got here yesterday afternoon. And the funny thing is, I've been fitted for every team event, I think, for about the last 10 years. Every single one until this year, I had done the fitting. So I did not do the fitting this year. So apparently I'm not going to do it from now on, ever. Hopefully I stay about the same size, so it's easy for them. But yeah, I really didn't do it this year, but I had done it in the past enough. I think they had a good general idea of where I needed to be at. We definitely had to hem up a suit a little bit yesterday, and do some of that fun stuff. But these are good problems. But yeah, that's really gotten me to this point, and I've talked to the captains a lot about different guys and what I want to who we might want to see together, and who I would like to play with, and I like the group of guys I'm playing with. Or got to play with today. They said there might be some shuffling in there, and honestly, I'm comfortable with everybody on this team. Obviously, if you're on this team, you're a great golfer, and I'd be happy to be partners with anybody. I think there's some guys that we might complement each other pretty well, and it'll be fun to play with.
Number one, Steve.
Have any of those conversations involved talking with the other players, what to expect come Friday, and what do you expect to feel on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
As far as just the tournament, the pressure, that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, we had a dinner last night. I was sitting next to Zach. Sitting right across from Jimmy. And just asking them questions, and they were kind of filling me in on what to expect and just how to treat the week. I mean, this is all very, very new to me. I've never been on any of these teams. Now, I've played them, back in college, a Walker Cup and I think a couple Palmer Cups. So I'm comfortable with the formats and understand how that works, but still, until you've actually experienced it, there's nothing quite like it. But I've gotten great advice from guys and just kind of how to treat the week and how to go about it, and and once Friday comes around, just be ready to go play some golf, basically.